How can we provide the next level of the ultimate coffee experience, how we call us as Nespresso all the time. And therefore we clearly saw at some point to get all this new way to this next level, we need to find a new innovative technology. And then the extraction system, we all know the extraction is a big part of the quality in the cup.
Nespresso launched recently in Portugal this new system, Vertu. Why is innovation so important for the brand?
I think, again, for Nespresso, it was always our aim to, again, push boundaries and go to the maximum we can to provide an exceptional or even better coffee what is out there. So already we invented this, as you know, many years back with the system we have with the original line, which is the 19 bar pressure, because we wanted to bring to the household what in the coffee shop is done with the big machines. So we made this at the time with the capsule system and also keeping the quality within the capsules. And in the last years, you know, we saw, we learned, and we also realized, okay, where do we have some limits with existing system? And that's for us as well. How can we even go further? And this was our drive to get even more out of it. And now with the Vertu, we launched something which we really break all the barriers. Is it again on the different size of coffees, and now even denser aroma with the new centrifusion, and even a bigger crema. So it's the quest for perfection and improvement, and to do it even better than what we've done before. So I think this is part of our DNA. We all know the extraction is a big part of the quality in the cup. And with this new centrifusion system, we are tackling several elements. And one is you have a barcode reading the capsules, because it's turning, so it can be read. We have different size of capsules. We can extract in different speed, up to 7,000 rotations. So the extraction is very different by reading the barcode. And then again, the result with the very strong big crema, as well as a dense body, it's an amazing result. So it's something new, it's innovative, with even more perfection in the cup.
And Portuguese are open for this kind of innovation?
Yes, this was very interesting, because as you know, I worked for many years in Asia, and the last job I had was in South Korea, where people are extremely open to innovation. And when I arrived in Portugal, and I know, okay, I will launch this new system here in Portugal, I was wondering, like, okay, this is probably a bit more conservative, traditional, you know. But no, actually, and that's the amazing thing. So I think the Portuguese people are very interested, very open, and they understand good coffee. I think then seeing the cream and tasting and really feel what the result is amazing to see. So I feel a very good vibe here, and I'm very happy to feel this dynamic, I would say, in the market of being open for innovation. So very nice.
And to promote this new system, you did a lot of research in order to make a new campaign for Portugal, right? You
Yes.
adapt this campaign to the Portuguese market.
Yes, I think, again, what I just told, there's many new elements with this Vertu system which we tackled, you know, different elements, the size of the capsules, the reading the barcode to have a precise extraction according to the coffee inside. And then we also have, again, the rotation speed. So, and then the crema, the result. So there's many aspects which we could talk about, but we all know that in a market you need to focus on the ones which is interesting and for the Portuguese consumers, what is he interested in, and there clearly we had to find a way. And in other markets in the world where people mainly drink big cups, clearly we will talk first about, yes, now you will have a big cup coffee with an aroma almost like an espresso, and that's for sure, then we focus on that. Whereas in Portugal, it's again, people drink espresso, so we said, okay, we focus really on the quality in the cup of this new extraction, which gives a different body, as well as again a complete different crema and different possibility to extract the coffees in different ways. So we were mainly focusing on this, and probably the big cup, yes, it's there, and that's nice to have because you also have the big cup, but for sure this would have not been our first focus in Portugal.
Beyond innovation, you are also really focusing on sustainability. You have different kind of projects.
Yes. I think this is also, again, in Nespresso, we always go for the ultimate, for the perfect coffee. And this all starts when we source our coffee, and we realize as well that, again, in order to continue having good coffee in the future, because a lot of the good and very rare coffees are very remote. And in those countries, we really need to support that the farmers and the younger generation stays there and continues growing the coffee in a way as well, in a very, very qualitative way. I mean, also when it comes to regenerative agriculture, to actually make the premium coffee beans. So we are investing for this for many, many years. You know, we started our AAA program, we call it, with the farmers over 20 years ago. And I think it's a continuous journey for once again to preserve this high quality coffee, to make an income and a living for those farmers. And then in the meantime, we also even before this, we started with recycling because we knew it's important as well, the circularity. And looking now what's happening in the world, and we knew it already from a long time ago, we are very happy that we embarked on this journey long time ago. And I think it's just now we announced these days that we are now B Corp certified company, and we are the biggest coffee company who got this certification so far. So we are very proud, but this was only possible because we started very, very long time ago to actually make sure that the way we are bringing the coffee, and that we can bring the coffee to consumer, it's done in a sustainable way and in a fair way with all our partners when it comes to sourcing coffee, but then also when it comes further than that.
In Portugal, you have a recycling project, right?
Yes. Many years already, and I think this is we are taking back capsules. You know, when you order your Nespresso capsule, you can give your used capsules back for free. So we collect from your house. You can do in the boutiques. We have over 2,500 drop-off points. You know, where you can go into the corners where we sell our products and machines where you can drop off. So again, it's for us extremely important, and we have them locally where we collect these, we separate it, the aluminium will be reused, circle back in circularity, and the coffee ground, as you probably heard, we have this amazing project with the rice farm in the southern part of Portugal, where we give it back into the rice as a fertilizer, and we are actually buying the rice from this farmer and bring it back to Banco Alimentar to help the people in need. Again, it's for us to really make sure that we are not only doing one thing, it's not just about recycling, but also going further and make sure that, again, the ground is used and come back again to the community and to the world in a very sustainable way. So this is for us key.
How important is the Portuguese market for Nespresso?
Each market is important. I would say it's a very important market for us because each market has its specificities. Portugal has its own as well. And I think what is very important in Portugal is probably one of the highest penetrated market with capsule systems, which suddenly, as Nespresso, we are playing an important part of it. And then we also, due to this penetration, we have also in Portugal, we have quite some innovative services we are offering to our consumers, which is actually not so much advanced in other countries. So we are a lot, again, I talked about innovation. When I look at my team and how we work, we are always the ones like, okay, yes, we will pilot, let's try, or we give ideas how we could do it even better. So it's not only in the product innovation, again, which is a lot time global, but it's also locally on how we can even be closer to our consumers, our members, how can we engage with them more and make sure, again, they get the best experiences. So that's why Portugal is important very much, because we are on the map of innovation, actually quite advanced. Yeah, very nice.
What will be the strategy for the future globally?
So again, clearly we continue innovating on the coffee experiences, the best and new ways, new format, new tastes, new senses. So this will be for sure one continuous focus we have. And in parallel, we all know we only can provide the best coffee when we also again make sure that the value chain and everything we do on the way is done in a sustainable way, that we can do it for longer and longer generation. Is it with the coffee farmer? Is it in the country we live? Again with the recycling. So this is these two main pillars we continue working on, I would say.